right? This is the life. This is the life. And I like hip hop music. Because I just wanted to talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta real quick. If y'all didn't mind to just come on in and talk about it with me. What's up, my friends? And welcome back once again to the Just Case and Brand. I'm your homegirl, I'm your tia, I'm your prima, I'm your cousin, I'm your friend, I'm whatever you need me to be down here at the Just Case and Brand. If you're new to the community, we are lovingly known as the Jaberhood, and we talk about a lot of stuff. Hot topics or social media things that ain't got nothing to do with us, but it's outside and it's online, and we might as well talk about it since it's there. It's a nice little distraction, nice little entertainment, if you will. If that sounds like your vibe and you have not already subscribed, consider doing so. If you're already a member of the Jaberhood, are you keeping up with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Don't worry if you're not, because I'm gonna give us the cliff notes of what's really going on with it. Okay, let's get into it. We're in season 13, and remember on the last episode 5, if I'm not mistaken, we learned that Young Jock's brother was currently in jail because a house fire that happened where 3 of his children were trapped and passed away. However, he was offered a bond, which totals out to $300,000, and Jock was saying, look, I do got a family to provide for on my own, and I don't know if I'll be able to swing that type of money, but what we gonna do is get in this nice ass Sprinter van, everybody get together and pray, and let's see if the Lord is gonna make a way. Erica Banks, Jessica, Jasmine, and Jasmine's friend are all at this nice ass house in Dallas. As the girls are all sitting outside, Erica and Dro walk in, and I'm like, God damn! Erica's body, I mean, it is nice to look at, like, it looks like the BBL style body, but I just hope she ain't doing too much, and I wonder what the upkeep will be after she gets past 27. I know for me, my woman body really set in when I turned 27. Then I got like actual weight in certain places when I turned 30. She only 26, and she doesn't have that body worked out, but you know, she's a BBL queen, so they walk in. Joe like, what up? Real nigga say, hey. When I seen Joe in episode 5, I thought to myself, she gives me fuckboy vibes. I'm sorry, it just is. She was sitting up there, I loved you since the day I seen you first. When they were in the bed, I think that me and you, I could see us at the altar. Your white dress, we ain't getting no younger, baby. So we might as well do a couple tracks. And it gave me the vibe of Dro might be an opportunist, and Dro just like to take some women to Pound Town, give them all they want, love bomb them for a couple of months, and then Dro out the door. Dro about to go back to her career rapping or whatever she was doing. And Erica, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't think that Erica really is into women like that. I think she finds attraction with women. Maybe she had a fun time, a kiss or something with women, maybe something like that. But I don't think that she really wants to be in a same-sex marriage or relationship. In fact, I think she only went towards a woman because she wasn't finding what she wanted in men. So anyway, they're all having a conversation about how Erica's family is going to feel with Dro coming, and with them finding out that Dro and Erica plan to get married. Erica's like, you know, my father, he's a pastor. And so Jessica says, your father's a pastor? My dad is a pastor too. What does he preach here? That's crazy. You know, because Jessica always got a lot of wine in her. Similar to me on my off days. Okay, I can't even be mad at the girl. She still get her job done. So they're talking about their fathers being pastors. Erica's saying she's worried. She doesn't know if she'll have the support of the family. Joe's sitting there like the real one, her she is. And she's like, I'm gonna be here for you. All right, last thing you got to worry about is any of that. And here's my thing. Erica is coming back out with new music. She went on that strip club tour. She's been caught in the media with the illegal firearm in a Louis Vuitton duffel. Now she's in this relationship with a woman on Love and Hip Hop, and we've never known her to even dabble in womenry, you know, until her mama kind of said something about it. Why is all this happening? That's why I think this is like a PR stunt or promo or whatever to keep her in the media and to keep eyes on her as she starts to drop music and almost rebrand herself as like a stripper rapper. But seeing where she comes from, I'm like, it's always them PK kids. It's always them who be outside doing all kind of sexy shit, okay? They be a stripper one day, they be a bartender at a strip club the next day. Shout out Sarah Jakes Roberts with her high ass tickets to go and see her in concert. That's what it is now. Now, girl, you know the music done changed because Love and Hip Hop is so damn dramatic. It's Mendeecees and Yandy walk their ass into Chili's. They walk up to the hostess. They say, yeah, table for 2. She says, okay, y'all here for the what? Triple double dippers. Yandy's like, I just lost a brother, somebody who's so close to me. I said, damn, hold up. Is Kirk and Rasheeda's kids running around pow-powing everybody? Or what? Oh, she talking about her best friend who put her and Mendeecees' business all up in the media. But truth be told, Tasha K had already released that. Anyway, back at Chili's, Yandy and Mendeecees sit down. They order themselves a margarita. Mendeecees sat down like, with a Care Bear smile on his face, looking just as delightful and jolly as he wants to be. Seemed like he just had him a nice spa day, got his hair cut. He's like, hi, Yandy. What's up? We need to talk. What we need to talk about? That's what Mendeecees said. What we need to talk about? Mendeecees, we need to talk about your ass continuously cheating, and now it's getting to a level to where that's my whole entire storyline. At first, their storyline was fighting for their love against Mendeecees' first baby mom. Then their storyline was, we're really getting married, making a family. Now their storyline is, he keep cheating on me. Can you believe it? But he ain't cheating for real because I was cheating first, and then he started to reaction cheat on me, but he didn't want to cheat the first cheat time, okay? And while I'm thinking they're sitting at the table going back and forth about what's going on in the headline, and he's telling her, people put this story together because we're unfollowing each other, we're not wearing our wedding rings, you're blocking me, I'm blocking you. And Yandy's like, yeah, but you doing this, you doing this. Then I realized, oh, y'all arguing about how y'all be showing social media that y'all ain't fucking with each other, and everybody puts it together and create the story. So this is really a y'all issue. And as soon as they got to bickering back and forth, it was very childlike. It was a high school conversation to me. You stop blocking me then. Okay, well then you put on your ring. Okay, you don't want to be married or not. Because Mendeecees was telling her, we really got to make a decision on if we're going to be together. We really got to decide on if we're going to see this thing through because we can't keep doing this back and forth shit no more. I thought y'all was married. How y'all still... I'm sorry, I'm not saying that marriages won't go through issues or anything like that, but what I am saying is, don't y'all think this conversation should have been taken off the table eons ago? If y'all been married for so long, and if the conversation is back on the table, we're not about to keep playing this game. Hell no, I feel like that would start to build mistrust and fear in me in my marriage if I was going back and forth with my man trying to decide if we're gonna be together after 100 kids and 12 decades together. I'd be like, oh God. And Mendeecees gives Yandy that good old line, no matter what, you still my family. I don't care if we don't work out. I don't care if I don't see you tomorrow. I don't care if I divorce you in an hour. You still my family. Yandy asked, yeah, that's what I was thinking too, and I would never speak bad about you in the tabloids ever. He sits back, he said, yeah, that's what I appreciate. Respect over love on these bitches. Yandy's like, stop saying that. Just say you love me back. You don't have to say that. I know you value respect over love. So now I see why Mendeecees has been able to play on Yandy's mind. Yandy is looking for love. Mendeecees is just looking for respect around his world. And if you willing to abide by his damn rules, you too can be one of his women. We get to Erica Banks' family's house, and even though her mom and dad are no longer together, they have a great relationship. They don't mind being in the same room. They say, shit, we had kids together. Okay, we will be fine. Erica walks in, hi dad. Joe walks in, whoa, hey, all right, hey moms, how you doing? Jessica walks in, hello, party in the USA. Everybody got a red Solo cup, so you know what that means. The drinks are flowing, and so is the conversation. Beautiful kitchen, too. I don't know if it was her mama's house or her daddy's house, but it was one of the kitchens with those big-ass islands in the middle. Girl, I'm telling you, when I get married, I'm gonna get me one of them islands. I'm gonna be cooking all kind of shit across that island. They get to talking about Erica and Joe's relationship, and Jessica keeps pushing the boundaries just a little bit. What would y'all do, mom and dad, if Erica decided to marry Joe? What would y'all do, mom and dad, if Erica decided to have children with Joe? What would y'all do, mom and dad? And Erica is like, okay, now this bitch must be getting drunk because she already telling them what I wanted to ask them as opposed to letting it be an open flowing conversation. Because again, I don't know if my dad is going to accept Joe. I don't know because, he's a pastor. But I think her daddy is a dentist, but he real religious. That's what it looked like he had on. I said, damn, your daddy a dentist? Oh, y'all grew up nice. Okay, girl. Anyway, prior to them going into Erica's parents' house, Erica had showed Jessica that she had a tattoo of Joe on the back of her neck. I guess Joe has Erica tattooed as well. I don't really think the relationship is going to stick, especially after this whole tattoo thing, because didn't Erica have something on her throat and she got a big ass butterfly to cover it? The tattoo's so small behind her head, it ain't gonna guarantee no damn commitment. All she got to do is get a heart thrown over that motherfucker, be done. Same thing with Joe. I think they just two young women living. Nonetheless, Erica's father, named Eric, actually is like, hey, but what about my name? You got everybody else's name all over you, family, friends, loved ones, but you ain't got your old pops. And her mom's like, see, that's the only reason why he said that. He wasn't even worried about that. Cute little moment, right? And Erica says, I didn't know how you guys were going to feel about me being in a same-sex relationship. Her mom lets her know, look, a little bit of me was worried. I was like, girl, that's not right? But I didn't want to lose the relationship, so Erica says, yeah, because remember when you took my phone from me for talking to that girl? I said, okay, so I wonder if back in high school she was dabbling, just getting her experience going. That's some people's process to figure out exactly what they want. Can't judge their process. You can just let them go through it, especially as a parent. You just got to be there, just like her dad and her mom were saying. We just got to be there, let you go through it. You know right from wrong, left from right. We taught you all we could. Ain't no way we're going to sit up here and be like, oh, I hate you, kid. Don't ever come in my life again. No, this is what you at. We support you. And I kind of sensed that her mom might have had a tug of war with Erica at one point, just as a mother and daughter, and she had to make the decision. Am I going to stay steady on my belief system and act like I can't even open my mind to my child being in this new world and lose them? Or am I gonna open my mind to and be like, okay, girl, well, tell me what happened. Her name Janae. Okay, and Janae, just so I'm right, do I say she, he, or they? I loved that I could feel that energy from her as she was interacting with Erica. Everybody hugs each other, and it's like, okay, so is Joe and Erica going for real get married? Now we get down to the nighttime Waffle House Club where Zane is actually having a listening party. I said, where is you coming out with some new music? But we get in there, he's still rapping like it's 90 because you got it on me, and I always eat polony. I said polony. I totally meant to say pepperoni. He goes over to his parents. Ashley is there. He tells his parents, thank y'all for coming out. His mom, she drinking her little Long Island, non-alcoholic, looking around. This is nice. His father, proud of you, son. You know, they give each other a firm handshake. Zane like, well, you guys as parents, the sky, that was the limit for me. But what would I have done without y'all too? Ashley, your ass too. You cool. Yeah, you my nigga for real. You cool. Ashley sitting there like, okay. Ashley says, I'm really glad that I'm here for you because I've been here for you for your whole entire career. I've always been here since day one. I forgot she was originally a fan of his. So right now, being with him is a dream come true for her. So she's like, it's me. It's always been me. And his mama like, yeah, me too, motherfucker, because I'm the one that had the child and his father, because he's the one that planted the seed, bitch. So me too. Ashley, of course, what does she do? Bring up the baby mom. I just feel like you always know everything about her, this with her and her. So between you and her, it's like you and her. Zane's in there looking between them like, and what does Ashley say next? You don't even know my kid's birthday, but you know her two children's birthday, and we don't even know if that second kid is Zane's, but y'all keep on wanting to claim him. Zane was like, oh, yeah, okay. Everybody just simmer down, calm down. Ashley said, I'm out of here. In my opinion, at this point, Ashley, she should just leave him alone. Because how are you still convincing people in his life that you should be the most important person in his life and not the baby mom? That means there's some sort of a connection there that, girl, you just can't fight against. I'm not for it. Maybe it's because I'm 35, but I'm not fighting nobody's mama, children, family, friends. I'm not fighting nobody's nothing for them to be with me. I want it to be easy. I don't want to have to struggle to be in love or struggle to be in a relationship or always have this big ass problem that we got to overcome in our relationship because both sides of the fence don't like the other side and we're always in this drama. Hell no, I got to pay rent on the first of every month. I don't got time to be worried about that type of shit either. And I'm surprised that Ashley, as pretty as she is before she got them fillers in her face, because y'all know she wanted to get her body done, and Zane was like, why would you want to do that? All the other girls that I like to sleep with got their body done. She was beautiful before the fillers, and she could have easily stopped messing with Zane and went on and got somebody else. But like I said, she's attached to him because she had a crush on him and was in a super fandom with his ass. Ashley sits down with Zell. Zell compliments her face and Kendra compliments her face. They say, girl, you do something with that. And she said, yes, I got a bit of fillers in my face. And, me and Zane talked it over. He was totally okay with that. And I said, I am not going to be like the tight face crew, which I think that they got that nickname from Voodoo Doll TV. Although Zell and Kendra are complimenting her, they say, stay right there. Don't put nothing extra. Don't do nothing else. You're going to get to looking like Sierra and them. I know that is not your goal. So that's enough, okay? She says, oh yeah, I don't need no more. Then the camera pans over to the breezeway at the entrance of the Waffle House where they got armed security guards and stuff, and Kirk coming in with his head up looking for his homies. Rasheeda coming in looking around. And all I could think to myself is, y'all ruined the lives of 3 kids that y'all had. The daughter, she didn't know to just leave a DV situation or call 911. The sons, they so dumb, they decide to get to pow and some shit instead of just going hand for hand or just not even showing up. Somebody ain't really done with somebody, they gonna keep going back and forth. After that second time of back and forth, oh hell no. I ain't getting involved in y'all's business, nah, because this is some shit that's okay for y'all. Don't be calling me being like, oh, he's doing this, she's doing this. You're grown enough and smart enough to know that this is not the way to go. And if Kirk and Rasheeda had such a healthy marriage, why would his daughter allow herself to be in a situation where her and her dude are hitting each other unless they seen that happen at home? It just raises a lot of red flags for me. And how hard Kirk and Rasheeda talk about other people when all of this shit is about to come out of their closets about their own kids. And you know their kids did not have a hard life. They've been living off the back of Rasheeda since Rasheeda was what, like 22? Kirk comes up to Scrap and Jock and he's like, look, I want to tell you about what Mendeecees said. Mendeecees said you be all up on his penis. And if he wanted to, he could have your main course. He might even get the dessert on your ass. Kirk said, me? He said, yep. Rasheeda walked up, marry me, what's up? What's up, y'all? Jock says, Mendeecees said if he wanted to knock you down, whole room would know about you. Mendeecees said if he wanted to knock you down, you wouldn't get up for a month of Sunday. Mendeecees said if he wanted to knock you down, you wouldn't be getting up until next season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. She got so mad. Rasheeda got visibly, physically upset. I mean, veins coming out of her neck. And I was like, are you mad because your ass do be outside doing some shit? Or are you mad because that's what Mendeecees said? Because to me, if Mendeecees said that type of shit and I was in that circle, I'd be like, I'm sure he do. I'm sure he do. Look at how raggedy I let this nigga run. Go ahead. You look like you a good one, but you ain't raggedy ass. Go ahead. That's why he want to be with me. That's what I would have said. I wouldn't have been like, oh. So she going off to Jock and Scrap and telling them how he would never, ever, ever get to be on her punani. And Kirk like, wait. Back at the table is Ashley, Yandy, and Kendra. They're sitting in this nice ass booth. The light is hitting them beautifully. If nobody was talking at the table, they would just be gorgeous. But the stupidest shit comes out of Yandy and Ashley's mouth. Ashley says, I heard all the audio. I seen all the gossip, but I wanted to ask you, is it real? Is this true? And Yandy was like, is it real? Is it true? Is his audio real? I mean, it's his mouth. It's his voice. It's his words. It's his mannerisms. It's his speech. It's how he does talk. But we been done knew about that. So, but I ain't gonna say that I ain't did my own thing. Ashley like, so who's cheating? So are you both cheating? Is everybody cheating? So if everybody's cheating, is it a problem? Yandy's like, basically, I do be cheating. I be cheating. Cause I be cheating. Well, Yandy, none of us believe you. I think that now Yandy is trying to listen to the masses of the media of people being like, girl, hell no, I wouldn't keep on letting this man embarrass me. And you have all of these accolades and all of these things going for yourself. However, you're still letting this loser embarrass your ass. Shit, I would be all Love and Hip Hop with the storyline of, I divorced my ex, he went back to his baby mama, now my life is thriving. Because you're not about to do that to me and make me feel like me having love for you and wanting to be with you makes me stupid. No. Everybody at the table confused because she didn't confirm nor deny, she just spoke. At the end of the day, her and her man, they fighting for their love. Now you would think over at the bar, Mendeecees and them would be talking about the situation with Yandy and Mendeecees would be worried about how to make Yandy feel better, but hell nah, he like, Kirk spoke on my penis. Scrap and Jock are so messy, they're like, what is, as long as you don't name it, The listening party is over and we go back over to Erica Banks' side of the map where she is going to church to see her uncle who she hasn't seen in a while. I said, dang girl, you come from some roots, don't you? She walked in, that southern twang came out, she greets her uncle, very cute. She sees her dad. Erica's daddy says, who is this? And Erica was like, oh, this is my girlfriend Joe. He says, say it again. She says, oh, this is my girlfriend Joe. Her Uncle Rich is just like, I heard. There was a little awkwardness in the room. But all in all, to me, it was a good exchange. Again, her family demonstrated that they are very open with whatever she is choosing to do with her life and who she is choosing to do life with. Dro asked Erica's dad for her hand in marriage. Erica's dad was like, listen, y'all know what the Bible say. If this is what y'all want to do, if you're really for, then yeah, you got my permission. By all means, go ahead. They dap it up. Dro come back over there and Erica's daddy is like, okay, Erica, so something you want to tell me? She like, what? No, what? He like, you think I don't know, don't you? And she like, wait, what don't you know? What do you think I think you don't know? But do you know what I think you know? Or do we know the same thing? And I just got to figure out what the thing is. So she says, that I might marry Dro? And he like, I told you I do. I said, Dro got my blessing. I don't about it. And everything is at peace. Again, it's reiterated that Erica is free to do what she wants. She is a grown woman. She has her family's support. She ain't no fool. However, it looked like the light dimmed a bit because Erica said, as we prepare for our engagement, how do you prepare for an engagement? What it sounds like is, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm telling you, so many couples get together because they have such a bond of people not wanting them to be together. Whether it's exes, ex-divorcees, baby daddy, baby mamas, whatever it is, that problem is what keeps them together. But when that problem goes away, then so does their foundation because that's what they were standing on. We got each other. And they didn't know how to pivot that into regular relationship because this isn't what they wanted in the first place. It was built wrong in the first place. That's what I feel like is happening between Erica and Dro. Back over at the Frost compound, Rasheeda and Kirk, they sitting in the kitchen drinking their little Bellinis. Rasheeda like, guess what? He like, what? She like, I said, can't nobody have my coochie. You're the only one that can have my coochie. He was like, word. It's just like, cause Mendeecees, he said he wanted my coochie and he can't have it. It's only your coochie. He was like, right. Oh, yo. And that was that. Yep, she seemed like she got some tea that she's ready to spill on Yandy come next episode. Yandy seems like she has the same thing on Rasheeda come next episode. I think these are two people in horrible relationships who's about to take out all the anger that they had on these men on each other by being like, oh yeah, bitch. Oh yeah, okay, I got your number. I think it's about to be some shit like that. To end the episode, we had Sierra and her man getting into a black card. You know, Sierra lost the baby that she was allegedly pregnant with. But we keep on seeing Sierra online looking like she's on perk 30s. She look high as hell. Or maybe she is just drinking more. I don't know. But she do not look right. So in this scene, when she's explaining that she's had another miscarriage, her husband is looking at her like, concern is clear on his face, but it's like he doesn't want to make it too obvious for the cameras. Her speech was slurred, it was slow, but she knew to stay on script because we know she was never pregnant. You can't fool me with that little storyline. She pulls out this big bottle of pills and says, all the miscarriages we keep on having, I just keep on having to take these pills back to back to back. Correct me if I'm wrong, those who work in medical. If a doctor is prescribing you something like that, wouldn't they advise you to stop carrying for a minute, right? So that your body could heal? And Sierra is one who does get down on that table instead of going to work out. We don't know what her eating habits are. I don't know if her womb would even be able to safely hold a baby. So how would you even get back in there to have another miscarriage and some more pills prescribed to you? Just my thought. After that, she starts saying how tired she is, Again, sounding like addict behavior. I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. They ended the episode by being like, what kind of baby do you want? He said, I want a girl baby. She said, what you gonna name it? He gonna say Atlanta shopping spree. I said, what the hell? Coming up on the next episode, it seems as though we might figure out if Kirk, Rasheeda, and Jasmine are all just in a poly relationship. And if that's the case, Rasheeda need to start writing songs about that. I bet she get back on the map. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I have been the Just Case and Friend. I'm so thankful that y'all chose to tune in. Please make sure to like the video. Have your notification bell turned on so you catch me each and every single time I'm here. And I'll see you guys in the next video.